Hello and welcome back to the channel. Coming up in this episode, I go from a convent in France to a monastery in Spain. It's going to be nuts. Cue the intro. Well, we're off. We're about to leave Malvasy, and obviously I'm going over to Spain. It's going to be absolutely epic. I'm going to plan to sort of do most of the epic filming from when we actually get to the point what you've not seen, and not just that, we're then going to obviously go for a tunnel, do a bit of sound blasting, get to Spain, and then on top of that as well, we're aiming to stay in this really cool place. And it's going to be an adventure because it's going to be mountains, it's going to be scenery, and then why I'm travelling all this way is because I want to see the Spanish Grand Canyon. They've got a version of it and I want to see it, and I want you guys to see it. So I'm going to knuckle down, get the first set of miles out of the way, get to the point where it's just epicness, and I'll see you there. This is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to see this because all of this sounds amazing. We've arrived at Songlargri or Longri or whatever it's called, so I knew I was going to say this wrong. And what we're going to do is we're going to head up the mountains that are behind me there to the next posh ski resort. This is another ski resort that I'm at. We're going to head up the mountains up there and hopefully capture some absolutely awesome footage. Now, one thing I didn't mention is that my dad and my stepmom are actually coming with me on this adventure, and I'm following them in the car because we're going to do the Spain thing together, just to share the experience all together. But I'm going to jump back on the bike and hopefully catch some of the most awesomest footage on another fantastic part of the Pyrenees. We're off, and we're hopefully going to find some epic roads as we go up the mountain to this next ski resort. So it should be proper awesome. What is quite nice, what makes a nice change, is that I'm not having to rely on the sat nav because I get to follow my dad in his Talisman, his new Renault that he absolutely adores, and it makes my life a lot easier. Now, if I go wrong, the best bit of it is, if I do get lost, I can just blame him. Because again, he's supposed to be the yokel with the extra finger, so it should all be good. But if we look at those mountains, it's just out of this world stunningness already. But I'm going to get to probably the base, and I'm probably going to go past him so I could do some epic riding, and we'll see if he keeps up or not keep up. But let's get this bike back in its element, back on the mountain, back doing the twisters, and then once we've done that, we'll head down again, and then we'll go through a tunnel. Now, the tunnel to Spain, of course, I'm going to be extremely good and not do sound blasting as I go through to hear this amazing exhaust on this bike whatsoever at all. 100% not going to do that. Well, we have arrived at the beginning of all the twisters, the awesomeness, and of course I'm going to do that 11 out of 10. But I was a little bit annoyed because I was going to take the mick out of my dad when he got us lost, but he hasn't. He's brought us here. So I'm going to get him to say it all properly in fluent French and everything else and explain exactly where we are. So if anybody wants to come and do this awesomeness, they can. So, Senior Lord Head and his expert skills, here we go.
Donc, so, here we are. Merci, bonjour, messieurs et madames. Ici, vous et ici. We have just been to Saint-Larry, and now we are at the base point of going up to another ski resort called Pierre Anglais. From there we go into Spain.
Monge 2, Rodney, Monge 2. So basically we're now going to go and do the twisters properly. This is, again, because of my dad being a local with your 6 fingers about to grow. Anyway, we're going to go and do it. So let's make this the most epic 11 out of 10 twisty road we can possibly do. To be free is to push your limits. To be free is to do what makes you feel alive. To be free is riding a motorcycle. Well, we made it all the way to the top, and it'd be cheeky not to go and have a quick look, but what a road, eh? What a view, and look how deep the snow is. Look at it. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the ski place where rich people take to the slopes and ski down, and underneath that I'm pretty sure they also wear spandex. But yeah, we're quite high now, definitely. Well, that's the top done. I enjoyed a perfect beer there. That was really relaxing and chilled out. And now all we've got to do is head back down the mountain, back down through the twisters, and then we'll be getting to Spain. We're going to stop just before the tunnel, but the tunnel is going to be absolutely awesome. Apparently it's really long, you go through it and then bump, you're in Spain. And then of course we speak our Spanish and we say whatever the Spanish words are again, like it's not Monge 2, that's French. I'll just speak English yet again. But anyway, we're going to go through, we're going to enjoy that, and then we'll get to check out some more Spanish Pyrenees. And I can't wait to get to the monastery tonight. My dad's been practicing to go to a monastery for years and years and years and years, because he's lost most of the hair on the top of his head, so he'll fit right in with the monks. And then yeah, we'll sit with some bold people and enjoy some, probably some broth, some soup or some weird stuff when we get there. But it's all good, it's all good in the hood. Let's get going. Well, look at this, it's like beautiful white snow all around us, and you ride up along this like lovely windy road, and you go like, where's it going? But this is the tunnel. So this side right now is France. You get to the other end and you're in Spain. I mean, how awesome is that? But of course, like I said, being a very true mature man, I'm going to be sensible when I go through this long tunnel and not do anything silly whatsoever. But ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to France. France! Through there, Spain. Right, this tunnel apparently is 3 kilometres long, and I've got to keep a distance from the vehicles in front of me or I get a fine. Who fines me? The French, the Spanish? How do they want it in rubies? I don't know. But anyway, let's be good, let's be sensible, let's do it. Here we are, here is the tunnel. The thing of it is, oh, listen to that, listen to that bike, and I'm not doing anything. The thing of it is, I like being a bit of a child. Oh, the sound of this bike, I'm so immature. But I love it. I love it. Oh, perfect. Just one more time, eh? Just one more. Oh, I love. Send shivers down my spine. Anyway, sensible to the end. We'll be out in a minute. And I love a sound blast. One more time. Just like that. That's it. I promise. I promise. Yeah, you wouldn't want to go through here naked. I've got to say, it's actually really cold and quite chilly. So you wouldn't go through here naked. But obviously if I did go through here naked, thousands and thousands of women would be running behind me trying to grab my dangly dooglies and go, I've touched a Lord's willy. Because they all love touching a Lord's willy. It's a true fact, by the way. It's in like, even in the dictionary, it's called Dangly Wangly's Lord Willy. Just Google it, you'll see what I mean. And we're about to go back into the light. The land of sangrias, women in those fancy Spanish dresses doing the special dances. Is the tango Spanish? I believe it is, so we'll just say it is now. Doing this Spanish tango. It's the land of sangria. I love sangria. To be fair, I'm probably going to drink 20. Look, here is a sign. Españana, Españana. I love it. I'm now in the Spain. Hello everybody, and welcome to the Spain. I love it long time. It's beautiful. Does that sound Spanish? Hello. Gracias. Gracias. Ah, oui. Well, that's French, I don't know. Anyway, here we are, ladies and gents. So we're in Spain, and you know what? It's incredible. The road is fantastic. We're weaving down the mountain. It's all really, really fast. The bike's being fantastic. We're hacking down the miles to get to the monastery so Dad can finally have that last bit of hair taken off the top and become a monk. But it's just forestry. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I just can't wait to get there now and have that first celebratory beer. I have just checked the sat-nav, thinking we've still got a good chunk to go, forgetting we've been riding all day and even what time it is, because it's like gone 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we set off really early. And I'm actually surprised we've only got something like 34 kilometres to go. We're about half an hour away from the monastery. So yeah, I'm just really impressed how many miles we've done. I mean, we've gone a massive sort of ride to get here, but it feels like we've only just set off because it's just been so incredible. And it's just, yeah, I'm really surprised how good it is. But I suppose that's when the tarmac's this good, the scenery's this good, you get lost. You're completely lost in your surroundings and riding a bike, and you become one and you just relax. And I'm leaning and going around bends and I'm not even thinking about any of it because I'm just flowing down and enjoying it, and it's incredible, absolutely incredible. So I'm gonna head to where we're checking in. We're gonna head to the monastery, the village there. I'm gonna have a look around there. But what a day. I can't believe how late it is. I'm really surprised, but what a day. Well, we've arrived at the monastery, so my dad's getting himself prepped. He's going to put a bit of Vaseline on his head, so when they play around with it, he'll be perfectly fine. But just look at where we're staying. That is something really special. Well, we're here. We're in the monastery and we're staying here for the night. And it's going to take that long for them to sprinkle water and cut a hole around the sort of last bits of hair on my dad's head. But look at this room. I mean, believe it or not, monks must have been huge, because I've never seen a bed that big. So I'm guessing that monks are just very, very fat and long, because that is absolutely huge. But it's stunning. This whole place is absolutely stunning. It's just wow. You don't even need to bring your own dental kit, because they provide it, because we're now monks. And all of it, the shower, the whole lot is pretty incredible. Well, now I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna make those noises that monks make, "Haw," and stuff like that. I'm just gonna go for a beer, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode, where we go to the Grand Canyon.